Hey guys, Tuju22 here, and welcome to Heat. The main event as well as the entire show has been brought to you by MuchGames.ca, Insomania Game, and Fuse4 Network. So this next match is another second round matchup, and the winner of course will move on to the semifinals, and the semifinals will take place 2 heats from now. So remember that. But up next is the number 2 seed in Trish Stratus and her man, well, at least not in real life, but, you know, just her man for the tournament at the least, The Rock, against the team of Brie and her husband, Daniel Bryan. So we're going to see The Rock and Daniel Bryan go at each other against, as the 2 women, in one of the Bella Twins, and perhaps one of the greatest women's champions besides the Great Moolah, of course, in Trish Stratus. So with that said, let's begin. Alright, match underway as the 2 men start the match, which is an opposite of what happened in the first round where the women started. So now we have Daniel Bryan and The Rock, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that these 2 have ever fought in the ring, whether it's in the WWE or in this company, or any other company for that matter. I mean, I guess they have fought each other. I think, you know what, if I remember correctly, they did have a little bit of a spat between the 2 of them in Story Mode Federation, but it was very short-lived, however. So now you get to see The Rock and Daniel Bryan, albeit in a mixed tag team match, go at each other. And now we're going to see, you know, whether it's, who is the better, wrestler? Is it the Great One or the GOAT, aka the greatest of all time, Daniel Bryan? And before Daniel Bryan could do anything, The Rock reverses him, now sets him up upside down in a tree of woe, but Daniel Bryan just gets out of it very quickly, though. A neckbreaker on a Daniel Bryan. A German suplex onto The Rock. I mean, right now you have one of the Bella Twins, and ultimately, as far as when it comes to the Bella Twins, they want to get some revenge on Jenna Tara. And right now, The Rock has Daniel Bryan in a abdominal stretch, and, well, Daniel Bryan, being the submission specialist that he is, knows how to get out of that one. So, I mean, if you're The Rock, you're going to have to do more than that to, beat him, as Daniel Bryan just landed a dropkick on The Rock in the corner, or in his own corner, rather. And now The Rock gets whipped into Daniel Bryan's corner, and now he tags in his wife, Brie. Oh, and then a kick right to The Rock. Now, wait, for a moment I thought she was going to pin him, but now The Rock tags in Trish Stratus, and while that happens, Brie Bella is taking down the table, much like her sister did earlier in the night, where we saw how Nikki Bella was going to try to do something with that table when, her opponent for the night was Ryoko, as Trish Stratus gets rammed into the table, then a side Russian leg sweep on the floor onto Trish Stratus. Now, Daniel Bryan cannot lay a hand on her. If he does, then his team is disqualified, and both Trish Stratus and The Rock would move on. So that's something that the guys have to be aware of, not to strike the opposite sex of the opposite team. Because that's an instant disqualification. I mean, the women can do that all they want to the opposite sex of the opposite team all they want, but not the men. I know it sounds sexist, but, it is what it is. I mean, I did not put these rules into place, long ago. I mean, And besides, I put it, it's there for, it's there for practicality, if nothing else. I mean, if you want to see man-on-woman violence, the closest thing you can get to that is Lucha Underground, actually. So that's pretty much the only promotion I know of that throws that rule out the window when it comes to man-on-woman, woman-on-man action. So if you want to go see that, go see that. And then a hip toss onto Trish Stratus. So now we have the two women going at each other. Ooh, nice Hurricane Rana onto Brie Bella. Again, I can tell which Bella is which. I mean, earlier it was Nikki because, Brie was already scheduled to have this match with her husband Daniel Bryan. As Nikki, I mean, she more than had her hands full with Ryoko. And Ryoko was just too much for her tonight. So it looks like Ryoko is going to be champion for quite a while. So if any one of these two ladies ends up making it not only to the finals, but winning the whole tournament, yeah, they're going to have to contend with Ryoko in the championship match at SummerSlam. Oh, and then a reverse DDT onto Brie Bella. I mean, it's easy to confuse Brie and Nikki, but, this time there's no doubt that it's Brie, as Brie gets a neck breaker for her trouble. Oh, and then an elbow right to the back. I mean, I know. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's the men or women's anatomy. You can't take too many elbows right to the back and expect to win. And a neck snap, shades of Mr. Perfect. And then a leg breaker onto Brie Bella. So it looks like Trish Stratus is putting on some moves. Much like her predecessor, the Fabulous Moolah. In fact, one story I wanted to mention was that The Rock, he celebrated his 39th birthday at the time, and at the party was Mae Young. Now, Mae Young, for those of you who know your wrestling, you would know about Mae Young, but Mae Young, at the time, I think she was 82 years old at that time, and she actually got a kiss from The Rock, just like on the cheek, nothing much really, but really I think The Rock, I remember The Rock kissed Mae Young, but I think he did it to prove a point, and also I think the Rock does love, or did love, Mae Young, kind of like the grandmother that he never had, really. Nope, not even a one count on Daniel Bryan, but yeah, that was a really touching moment as far as, The Rock and, Mae Young. And now, wait a minute! Rock bottom onto Daniel Bryan, and is that enough? One. No, kick out by Daniel Bryan. Oh, for a moment I thought that was it. And then a back suplex on The Rock. And now wait. Oh, and a couple of elbows right onto the arm. I think that was the left arm of The Rock. And now The Rock gets whipped into their corner. Oh, but The Rock turns it around. Nope. Oh, but now The Rock is going to go tag in Trish Stratus. Now, Daniel Bryan has to tag in his wife, Brie. Otherwise, this match is over. Now he does that. But now The Rock comes back in. And let's see. Daniel, you're going to have to tag in your wife. What are you doing? Daniel, what are you doing? Wow, Daniel Bryan is an idiot. He proved to be an idiot last season, and he proved to be an absolute idiot this season. Because last time that Daniel Bryan was in the match, his opponent was an idiot. This time, he proves to be the idiot. I mean, we got a bunch of idiots everywhere. I mean, we had Joseph Kony, and now Daniel Bryan being an absolute idiot. Come on. Where's your head, man? Well, because of this, The Rock and Trish Stratus are going to move on to the next round. And let me look at the bracket for a moment here. Okay, it looks like Lita and Edge is going to take on the winner of, if I'm looking at this correctly, Cole and Colette against Genetera and Tanuki Teddy. And for Trish Stratus and The Rock, they will be taking on the winner of Kelly and Moogle Master. Yes, he's in the tournament. And the team of the lovely couple, Bia Vanille and Link. So those are the matchups and for next heat. But yeah, The Rock and Trish Stratus are moving on. And for Daniel Bryan and his wife Brie Bella, but mainly for Brie. Yeah, Brie is not going to get her hands on Genetera, so for now, Genetera will not have to worry about either one of the Bella twins, but I would have to think sooner or later they will get their hands on her. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind there. But until next time, excuse me. But until next time, stay tuned for the next show. And with that said, have a good day, everybody.